Good morning, everyone. Welcome to IFS Unleashed 2024. Please welcome to the stage IFS's CEO, Mark Muffett.
Good morning. Where do I start? Let's go! So that illustration, that video, I've seen it a few times now, but every single time it just gets me so fired up. It's full of energy and optimism and the sense of opportunity. A real moment in time for us. What is that moment? The moment is the next industrial revolution. The next industrial revolution being powered by industrial AI. Industrial AI is IFS.ai. There can be no doubt that we're seeing such an exponential impact in the computing power and the innovation that's impacting every single aspect of enterprise technology and software. We're just seeing such vast innovation happening at scale and lightning speed, which is literally going to change the face of industry and the businesses and companies in this room as we know it today. Goldman talk about between 2 and 4% of developed GDP economies spending $1 to $2 trillion in the foreseeable future on AI capabilities. It's an unfathomable amount of money. Accenture suggests 14 trillion will be added to the global economy in the next 10 years. Whatever you read, whoever you listen to, I hope we would all acknowledge there is such a gigantic amount of opportunity. But there's a huge amount of economic output and value that has to be created by the businesses in this room. And I don't know about you, but I feel we've got a bit of a choice. We can watch this happen all around us, and it will happen, and observe and think, will it deliver? Will there be a return on investment? Or, I suggest, we can run toward it. Grab the opportunity with both hands. And that is what Unleashed 2024 is all about. This whole program has been designed over 200 sessions over the 3 days to help you identify, to enrich, to present your business case for industrial AI, to help you think about data as an asset, to develop new unseen growth opportunities in your business, to hear some amazing speakers. MIT in particular will be talking about the power of data and what we can do with data, and it's an absolute necessity in this world. Of course, it's also about helping you think about your moment of service with your own customers and how you can use AI to enrich. This is also why this new opportunity we're seeing, we're setting a new and evolved vision for IFS. Our vision is to become the undisputed category leader in industrial software. The #1 brand. You can applause now. Come on. Why? Well, all of the companies, all the businesses, all the customers that we serve are going to benefit from this ambition and how we drive toward it and capitalize on this new unseen opportunity for you. Building on an outstanding track record that we're so proud to have delivered already to our customers, industrial businesses, expanding on that phenomenal depth of capability that we've already got today that transcends people and asset and workflows and service, all enabled, all powered by our IFS Cloud platform, which happens to manage all of the company-wide data that's going to be needed in this new world to unlock that value. And of course, it's all supported by an AI mission that's never been more relevant than it is today. Creating a class-leading industrial AI platform that helps our customers, that's you, globally manage your mission-critical assets, your workflows, your people, all in a responsible way. The good news is we already have the experience. We've been doing this for a very long time. We have today a market-leading scheduling and optimization engine that many of our customers are already using so successfully. That's been demonstrated for live customers to demonstrate productivity improvements. That's cost of between 20 and 30%, with the equal amount of carbon reduction that comes with it. Because often it's about optimizing people in the field and how they use energy. This AI engine we have can be used to optimize any arrangement of plant and assets and field resources right across the industrial software value chain. Today, over 300,000, to be precise, 314,682 women and men are managed by our AI capabilities in the field, in service. It's a huge number. We've also got an operational intelligence platform that delivers phenomenal AI capability, ingesting vast quantums of time series data from some of the biggest natural resources companies in the world. One example, which I saw recently, was Bazzer Energy, where we take a real-time video feed from a refinery that decodes color and composition and wind of smoke coming out of a refinery to determine, based on AI algorithms, how to adjust production processes to reduce methane and to improve carbon emission. It's phenomenal. And I think we've seen all these AI successes in our business and that you benefit from, because it comes back to that depth of knowledge and understanding that we've got in our 6 core industries that we've been serving for such a long time. We serve 6 core industries with phenomenal depth. Many of our competitors serve up to 30 industries. So it stands to reason we've got so much more intimacy and understanding with these industries that we can develop these high-powered use cases. And I really believe, with some conviction, in this new dawn, we're already the world's leading provider of industrial AI and enterprise software for these core industries we serve, and we're so proud to be associated with. But maybe most importantly, we have the leading determination, ambition, and grit. We will succeed. We will not fail. We're not just about ERP substitution. We're not just about selling subscription license and disappearing for a few years until renewal event. That's not us. We're about being your strategic partner. We're about being experts in your business and delivering fast time to value, giving you a return on your investment. It's somewhat telling of our growth that we've got over 3,000 people today in this room, with many thousands more watching online. That's 50% more than our last Unleashed, our last time together. With customers and partners, with industry commentators and analysts and journalists. This event always creates such a sense of optimism and energy and an environment of collaboration so we can develop new opportunity together. So thank you for being here with us this week. We recognize you have a choice about how you spend your time. Your time is incredibly valuable, but you've chosen to be here, and you've chosen to be part of this community. And I think that communities working together achieve great things. Shared aspirations, vision, common objectives. It's not an ecosystem. Other people talk about ecosystems. I think that's a bit transactional. Communities do things together, and I love the IFS community. We don't want to do this alone. We can't do this alone. A huge thank you to all of our customers. This week is dedicated to you. You're the reason we exist. You're the beneficiaries of all the innovation that we put into our product. And we delight in seeing the impact in your businesses. Rarely a day goes by where I don't hear from one of our people or read something in our internal news channels about amazing work that we're doing with your customers and how you're delivering outstanding moments of service to your customers. We take such pride in it. I can't tell you how many people send me photographs when they spot our customers driving along the highway or in an airport talking about how we help enable them. There's such pride. And to our partners, Thank you. We can't do this without you. Over 400 partners, many of which have helped us put this event on together. Leading industrial revolution is hard. Driving transformation isn't easy. It requires courage and teaming and collaboration. And we get that from our partners. Together, being stronger, better, and faster. We innovate more, and we bring our customers more choice. To our team, our IFS team, our Team Purple. Thank you, Team Purple. All 7,000 of you here in the room, again, many thousands watching online, your dedication and your passion to our customers make us who we are. And I couldn't be more proud. I definitely couldn't be more purple. Never did I think I would own so many purple sneakers as I do today, or trainers. You can never have too many purple shoes. Turning to 2024, another year of remarkable achievement and highlights and pace. And I want to share a few highlights with you. I guess number one, the year started with a new CEO. And I've been so fortunate to build on rock-solid foundations that had been established over the previous 6 years. In January, I talked a lot about the importance of listening and learning and understanding what's got us to this point. What are the things that make us so successful before leading our next chapter with purpose and conviction? We're fundamentally, I believe, a listening organization. And I think it's a very simple formula that many in our market overlook. The power of understanding your market, understanding the industry dynamic, listening to customers. What are they telling us? Where are we successful? What do we need to do better? We don't always get it right. And it's so important to listen in those moments, as well as the moments where we know that we're doing amazing things. It's incredible to me that so many people get that wrong. That won't be IFS. Will always be a listening organization. It's also why in January, which sounded quite easy at the time when I was speaking with our chairman, meet 100 customers in 100 days. It's definitely more logistically challenging than I expected. But I did it. And I did it with your help and your engagement. And it was such a valuable opportunity to meet many in this room and to get your candid feedback, to really listen to what it is we were doing so well and where we needed to improve and how we needed to invest in our product for the long term. But the one clear message that rang through was the need to be close to you, to be strategic, to be responsive, and fundamentally to be tuned into your needs. You also said to me, quite explicitly in some cases, as you grow and as you scale, don't become one of those other bloated, lazy, and out-of-touch software companies. That will never be us. That will never be IFS. We're also significantly increasing our investment in product and research and development. Over 30% of our manpower today is invested in our product. And that's doubled in the past 5 years. It's unheard of in software companies of our size and scale. And fundamentally ensures that we maintain ourselves as a product-centric company, delivering outstanding product to your customers. And it's enabled us to accelerate rapidly our investment in AI, working on over 300 use cases, 60 of which will be available soon in our product and our solution. And I've got to tell you that we're super focused on making sure that these are high-value use cases, using our proven value engineering capability. That means that we know that these are going to deliver real ROI in your business. It's not a brochure. It's not marketing. We're not chasing a headline number. We're much more invested in getting those use cases we know will make a massive difference in your business, that give you immediate ROI through our value engineering. And actually, talking about value engineering, this year, we reached another important milestone. We delivered over 1,000 digital business value assessments, which have yielded an opportunity for our customers to deliver somewhere in the region of 16 billion worth of cost optimization. And what's not here is the 3 billion of growth and revenue opportunities that we've also presented through that exercise. And we don't just stop at the business case. We track those benefits all the way through the project, all the way into delivery and to run. And we have an ability to track those benefits in our tool over 1, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. You might want to upgrade at that point. And you can see what benefit we've delivered in the solution. So it gives you, our customers, confidence about the return you're getting on your investment in IFS. No one else does this. We've got such a depth of capability here. It's amazing we've delivered that. We're super proud of the praise that we're earning in the market, none of which we take for granted. From you, our customers, this is what you've told us through Gartner Peer Insights during the year. I'll remind you, Gartner Peer Insights is a collection of feedback, independent feedback from customers, from end users who assess IFS. And we're so proud to sit at the top of every single category in which we operate. And we read every single review. We take absolutely nothing for granted. We've also been able to bring such amazing new capability into IFS through acquisitions over many years. And we're so excited about all additions to our IFS family. During this year, we acquired Empower MX, which is a leader in aviation maintenance, and we welcomed customers like American Airlines and Delta to the fold. And most recently, we acquired Copperleaf Technologies, which we're super excited about. It's a leader in asset investment planning. And before I get a bit carried away and talk about why I'm so excited, I thought there'd be no better way to bring that excitement to you than to invite onto stage former CEO, former vice chair, and the earliest visionary with Copperleaf. Please give a warm welcome to Judy Hess.
Hello.
Let's go, Judy.
All right, Mark. Hi, everyone.
It's taken us a long time to get here, huh?
It has taken a long time. It's very exciting.
Did you ever see the day where IFS and Copperleaf would be together? We've been an admirer of Copperleaf for 2 to 3 years, but you were playing a bit hard to get, right?
A little bit. You know, that can happen. but
no,
we're excited now that we're here.
Simplify it for us. What does Copperleaf do?
Well, the easiest way to think about Copperleaf is that we help you make smarter capital investment decisions, from massive investments like a new airport terminal to smaller investments like breaker replacements. Copperleaf helps give you the biggest bang for your buck. You know, it's about making the right investment at the right time. And you know, Mark, the world is so complicated now, and change is accelerating. So confidently making smarter investment decisions, it's even harder. Yeah,
and it's right up front in the life cycle. Now, Copperleaf manages $2.4 trillion worth of asset, you know, in its production, right?
Yeah.
So how does optimization come into play?
Well, our optimization software takes quantified investment options, and it determines how to allocate limited funding and scarce resources. We do more than that. We also take into account constraints, targets, and we use your data to inform decision making. You know, from the CFO through to the capital planners, all the way through to the asset engineering teams. Yeah. We help optimize performance.
Love it. Fantastic. So the solution, as I understand it, bridges scale of investment decisions. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So by addressing both capital allocation of growth projects that you might be doing, all the way through to asset investment planning for smaller ones, Copperleaf, we basically ensure that you are always making informed, value-driven decisions at all levels throughout your organization. So, you know, using Copperleaf to make smarter capital investments at the right time helps you confidently deliver better organizational performance, manages your risk, and achieve strategic objectives. What's not to love?
Fantastic. And I've heard the expression, which I really love, that Copperleaf helps compare apples with elephants.
Totally, right? And bananas.
So if any of you are buying apples and elephants, then you need Copperleaf. But no, in seriousness, it allows you to really kind of rationalize and make informed decisions about where you spend that rare that rare capital. And maybe on that note, in closing, for any businesses out there that are spending a lot on asset and investment, what would be the final bit of advice you might give them?
Well, you're here. So this is a great opportunity to come and talk to Copperleaf. Come and understand what we can offer you and your organization. And we are here to listen to you.
Fantastic. Judy, I'm so excited. And there is a massive opportunity for everyone to learn more about Copperleaf through the course of the day. It's going to be on stage next to our demo. And I think you're going to be around an exhibition. So anyone wants to come?
Yeah, absolutely. Come and talk to me. I'd love to hear from you all.
Thanks, Judy. So good to have you here. We look forward to working with you soon. Okay, thank you. Okay, back to how we're leading this new industrial revolution and why we will win. I really think here that IFS is going to win through being responsible, as much as everything else I've talked about already. And the responsibility comes, I think, in two key ways for me. One, how are we going to protect, manage, and secure the all-important customer data? That's obviously an issue in everyone's mind. But it's also about how I think we play our unique role to drive sustainable outcomes from industrial AI. The nature of our mission, the hardcore businesses that we serve, which, let's face it, are some of the hardest to abate, but have the biggest potential impact from a sustainability perspective, I think gives us a very unique role and opportunity to deliver an outsized contribution to improving sustainability. If we extrapolate, just to give you a sense, the impact we're already having today with our customers, and we had 100% penetration in our top 3 markets for the industries we serve, we will be able to reduce global CO2 emissions by 2.6%. It's absolutely huge. And when I tried to visualize what 2.6% looked like, Google told me, I know it should be ChatGPT, but I tried Google, 944 megatons, which I was struggling still with. So I called Sophie Graham, our Chief Sustainability Officer, put that into context for me. That's the emissions of the entire aviation industry for 1 year. It's a huge opportunity that we can put in the hands of our customers to play their part in sustainability. But guess what? It's also better business. Because typically when you invoke the kind of actions that reduce carbon, it allows you to optimize processes, improve productivity, improve uptime, reduce fuel consumption. It's just good business. It's a huge impact. And I think it's a bit of a call to action, to be honest, for the rest of the industry. If we can do that with our customers, and our competitors did the same, imagine the kind of impact that we could have. It's just unfathomable. So we're really excited to show you our solutions this week. We've got some really exciting stuff in the product development, including our new sustainability module, which will really help our customers track KPIs and manage this. I really think it's a winning formula. How else are we doing it? How else are we going to win? By making it easy for you, continuing to invest in our IFS cloud platform, so easy to integrate and highly composable by design, by enriching our specialized insights, translating that into solutions that are tailored to your unique challenges. Remember, we don't serve 30, 40 industries, we serve 6. It puts us in a position to really deepen that understanding by make the innovation we deliver practical at the point of need in your workflows. People on the shop floor, people in logistics, in the office of the CEO, right across the company. What do they need in their day-to-day? How can we make it easy and consumable? And we're ruthlessly focused on that. It's where data meets the real world. We also recognize that we can't be the sole source of innovation. So we're investing in our partners and other leading industry folks to develop directly within the context of IFS Cloud, to offer more comprehensive solutions that puts third-party innovation alongside our own capabilities to allow you to consume that easily from within our platform. Our vision is to become the undisputed leader in industrial software. And I've referenced how huge an opportunity this is for us, how huge a market this is for us. Not us, for you, for all of us, together. And how we're running to this opportunity. And we want you to run beside us. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get Usain Bolt to run along on this side as well. Fast time to value. I've also referenced how IFS is creating a wave of practical innovation for you. And guess what? That intent That purpose, that speed, is getting us attention from some of the world's largest players in technology and AI. One player, in particular, I see this really leading the way. And that player is the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. And he and I caught up recently to talk about our partnership, to talk about how we're deepening it, and what his perspective is on industrial AI for us, for our community. And I'm going to play that recording for you in a moment. But please, I want to leave you with, use this opportunity. You've invested 3 days to be with us. Please engage with our speakers, learn, inspire each other. Don't let this go to waste. Whatever your objectives, don't let this opportunity go to waste. You need an AI business plan. And if you have an AI business plan, that's terrific, but I speak from experience, you can improve it. This is moving so quickly, and we'll help you do that this week. So before I go, maybe one final thing. I just want to ask you to let's go and let's go get unleashed. Thank you very much.
Satya, thanks for joining me. This is a brilliant opportunity to spend a few minutes talking about the close relationship we've created between IFS and Microsoft. Today, you're actually joining us at a global customer conference in Orlando that we call Unleashed, and have done for many years. But never a more apt a name right now as our focus turns to unleashing the potential of AI for our customers. So to get started, we're over a year into this new AI platform shift. For you, what's specifically different about this era, and how is it impacting technology and the businesses that we serve?
Now, first of all, Mark, it's such a pleasure to be with you and the IFS team. And as you said, it's a very close partnership between our companies, and we value it very much. And it's great to see us create all this value together. I think your point about this being a new era, there are a couple of different ways to think about it. One of the foundational things, Mark, that is driving, I would say, this generation of AI are what people describe as scaling laws. These are empirical laws, very much like Moore's law drove, you could say, everything that came before in terms of computing, right? Where every 18 months you would have 2x the performance at the same price point. We now have perhaps 2x or even 3x every 6 months. That's what these scaling laws are doing, right? If you look at even the price per token, million tokens of GPT since it's launched to now, it's reduced by something like 200x. I mean, so that's sort of the empirical thing that's happening. So if you sort of have that type of abundance, what can you do? One, you can revolutionize the entire computer-human interface, right? You now have a natural way to talk to computing and computers, right? Whether it's in speech or in text or in video or in images or what have you, both input, output. So that's one. The second thing is, after all of digital sort of revolution has always been about how do you digitize artifacts about people, places, and things and reason about them, right? That's kind of where we used databases in the past. We now have a new reasoning engine in terms of a neural reasoning engine, which will allow us to find patterns across people, places, and things. And the third is we can even augment the user experience, this new reasoning engine, with additional components of memory and context, and really build out even these agentic capabilities. So I think that you put all that together, this is effectively the dawn of a very new computing era, where you now literally every software category out there is going to fundamentally be changed and transformed, because the user interface, the innards of reasoning, as well as how it thinks about long-term memory, short-term memory, the context in which it operates is all changing. And that's what's exciting for us.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. And if I think about it in the context of industrial settings, particularly in asset-heavy industries, how do you see AI transforming management and optimization of asset of supply chain and related processes? Because those are where we focus our effort in terms of our industry focus. And what are the trends, most exciting trends and innovations in this particular space?
I think one of the fundamental things in an industrial setting, for example, is you can think of this as, after all, industrial companies have always done lean, right? I mean, that has been one of the fundamental ways that a lot of the value has been created, is to increase customer value and reduce waste with flow. This is the moral equivalent of lean for knowledge work or cognitive work. So you could even think about anything like supply chain operations, right? If you think about a specific supply chain operation, before a supply chain contract is written, there are a lot of people inside the corporation gathering information from the web, from internal meetings that they're having, internal documents, presentations, and then ultimately all that tacit knowledge needs to be translated into a contract that then gets consummated. So I think if I think about even what we've built with Microsoft 365 Copilot, that's what it is. It's web plus work plus pages, which is a human to AI to human workflow engine that allows you to really bring more of that workflow automation and flow to be able to do really the next level of efficiency and productivity gain for knowledge work and contract work. And that's where I think what you've done with this IFS AI, those are the types of solutions that I think fundamentally are going to be transformative in giving any industrial setting that next leg up, not just in the core manufacturing process, but even in all the knowledge work that happens alongside the manufacturing.
That's fantastic. And I guess, what's exciting me right now about this moment, and there are so many things that are exciting me every single day right now, but I do think that this is a really unique moment in our history, and the potential for IFS is huge. And that potential includes IFS enabling our joint customers effectively and partners to consume vast quantities of AI innovation at scale, available in a very digestible way. And that's what we're focusing, putting this into the hands of people, into the hands of businesses where they can consume and realize the potential you've just described. And it's really interesting for me because the consumer applications of AI, they're getting regular discussion in the mainstream, but there are literally tens of thousands of discovered and undiscovered applications for AI in this industrial setting, specifically in the hardcore industries that we're so proud to serve at IFS. Now, these new capabilities, I totally agree with you, are going to revolutionize the industrial world. But I think also, Satya, why I'm so excited is we've got this compounding benefit of using these capabilities to help our focus industries, in particular, that are asset heavy, capital intensive, decarbonize, which is massively exciting. And we've got a really progressive solution roadmap for ESG built on Azure, which we feel has a unique ability to help accelerate our customers to reduce their carbon intensity. But we can't do it alone. And the Microsoft partnership, I guess, prompts my next question on strategic partnerships. Now, Satya, I know you agree with me that strategic partnerships are crucial for driving innovation. And as a Microsoft Hero partner, we get to see this all the time. But maybe you can explain partly to our audience how Microsoft approaches collaborations to foster innovation in AI. And how do you see the collaboration specifically between IFS and Microsoft evolving to deliver enhanced value to our customers?
No, absolutely, Mark. For us, we are a platform and a partner company. That's kind of how I describe Microsoft. So therefore, the partnership with you all is mission critical for us. And I think it manifests in three, distinct ways in how we work every day together to create all the value you just described. Even like the first thing we want to even bring is all our innovations such that you can use even things like Microsoft 365 Copilot and Azure AI so that you can build your own IP on top of it at the end of the day as a platform company and use it to transform your own operations internally, because you doing that is even the great signal for our mutual customers even in terms of what they can do. So I think that's the first piece. The second thing is the innovation like that we talked about, the IFS AI, which is all built on Azure AI. That's just world-class AI being brought to the industries you serve, given their priorities. And I think that that's the second aspect of this partnership. And the third is to recognize some of the core responsibilities all of us have, right? Which is one, you talked about decarbonization, right? This is about actually increasing productivity, reducing waste so that companies can be more, not only productive, but at the same time also manage the energy transition commitments we all have as a thing. And then even AI safety. Because after all, we want to make sure that these models that we build are powerful, but are also being deployed safely. And we also respect that data that our customers have is their data. So even in the age of AI, the security, privacy, and copyright of their data is all being protected. And so these guarantees is what we jointly make even together as a platform company, and that's what we want to deeply partner with you all on.
Well, it's a fantastic strategic partnership we're enjoying immensely. Now, final question perhaps for today. As we look to the future, what are you most excited about in the realm of AI and its application, again, in this industrial setting context? And maybe how do you see AI evolving in the next, maybe decades too long, because of the speed at which this is going is so fast, and the innovations that you believe will have the most significant impact?
I would say maybe there are two dimensions even in the, if you sort of say, we are entering even the next phase, right? After all, this is year 3 or year 2 of AI, this new platform shift. One is this workflow component we just talked about, which is there is the human interface, let's say it's Copilot to AI. Then there is agents, and agents communicating with agents, and then back to humans. So I think the first thing is the Copilot plus agents, web plus work plus even artifacts like pages. That I think is going to become daily habits for all of us. So I think in the next couple of years, us all evolving our products and our applications and the workflows contained to not only include humans and computers, but you think about humans, computers, agents, and that's sort of one phase. The other piece, which I think is very, very pertinent for the industrial setting, is the coming together of, I'll call it, AI and even early quantum. In fact, one of the more exciting things that we've seen is how you can use quantum simulation, even in NISQ quantum computers of today, to train AI models that can run, for example, on even HPC environments to be able to create new materials. And we did this with one of the national labs locally, where we built a lithium-ion compound that really reduced the total nickel content in it and really helped with that energy transition point you just talked about. So these are the kinds of material science is probably one of the places which obviously will have a massive impact when we can accelerate 250 years of chemistry to the next 25 years so that we can actually get to the other side of this energy transition, because we will need that help. And I think between the innovation that both of us and others will do, I think we can help with all of those fundamental changes.
Fantastic. Now you've mentioned quantum, Satya, I feel I could ask another dozen questions and not nearly be done. But I've got an audience here. They're desperate to get going with the rest of the agenda for our Unleashed event. So I just want to thank you for joining me and offering a really important perspective from you as our strategic partner to our joint customers effectively. And maybe in closing, I might be a little bit biased, but I really think the IFS solutions supported and built on the Microsoft stack, I think are truly unbeatable. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. It's such a pleasure to be with you.
Please welcome to the stage IFS Chief External Affairs Officer, Bianca Nobillo.
Good morning, everyone. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here with us, whether in person or virtually. As you just heard from Mark and Satya, we are on the precipice of being able to harness the power of AI like never before. And over the next 3 days, we are going to showcase the immense potential of industrial AI to revolutionize your businesses. And our commitment to you is that you leave with more than just inspiration, but with actionable insights and a clear AI roadmap to guide your next steps. At IFS, our mission is simple: to empower you to drive transformation. Whether you're here to elevate operational excellence, create new value streams, or build resilience, these next few days are going to give you the tools to do that. Plus, you'll get to hear from so many businesses in your industries who are already finding ways to leverage AI to build better futures for themselves and for all of us. Before I continue, I do want to take just a moment to acknowledge the recent devastation wrought by Hurricane Milton here in the state of Florida. Of course, our thoughts go out to everyone affected and the brave emergency services who put their lives on the line to help the community in times like this. The Florida Disaster Fund does incredible work to help communities during and in the aftermath of storm events. So if any of you do want to donate, I highly recommend them. Actually, a few days ago, Mark forwarded me an email from one of our customers who provides power and lighting to the state of Florida. And in that email, they said something along the lines of, we're expecting another hurricane, a Category 5 storm event, to wreak immense damage on the state. We are going to need IFS to be standing by 24/7 to help us during the storm and in the aftermath. What an awesome responsibility to have, to be there for local communities during their toughest moments. And that is what essential industries do. That's what we get to help you to do. And it is such important work. And now that we're all together, the example of Floridians' resilience in the face of events far beyond their control has deepened my resolve about why we're all here this week, and also the importance of the sessions that we have planned for you when it comes to thriving in an unpredictable world, whether that is an extreme weather event, geopolitical volatility, or climate change. Over the next 3 days, we are going to dive into the trends that are shaping the future. Today, we'll hear from Matthew Duffy from PwC about unlocking the strategic value of AI in your industry. Tomorrow is all about the global context, sustainability, and how data can drive massive opportunity. And of course, we'll also be hearing from Olympic medalist and fastest man in history, Usain Bolt, to get his insights on competition and resilience. Day 3 will focus on frictionless transformation, helping all of you get the framework and the culture right to drive maximum value for your customers. Your businesses represent the backbone of global progress. Essential industries like engineering, manufacturing, construction, aerospace and defense, and so many more. At IFS, helping the industries that the world depends on to unlock the transformative power of industrial AI is truly beyond business. It is a mission that we are deeply proud of. So thank you all so much for being here, and there is no better way to kick things off than with our biggest ever live immersive demo to show you how industrial AI will start shaping our collective future. So please join me in welcoming our Chief Product Officer, Christian Pedersen.
Good morning, everybody, and a huge welcome also from me to Unleashed 2024. I'm always super excited to be at these events together with the rest of the product team. We spend a lot of time in the labs, going around in the dark offices, but this is the one time a year or twice a year where we can come out and really share all the greatness that we have built together with you, on top of the day-to-day innovation we also do with all of you. But one of the things that also makes me really especially excited about this event is that the transformative journey that you heard about this morning, the transformative journey towards industrial AI revolution, is happening as we speak. And I'll let you be the judge of it at the end of this session and at the end of the day, how far we have come. Your feedback to us, not only throughout the last year, but for several years, have driven our focus on industries and the 6 core industries that Mark talked about. You're telling us that specific beats generic every day of the week. And we take that to heart. It means a lot to us, and we use that in everything we do. Today, we will show you how IFS is championing industrial AI towards the industrial revolution that we are seeing now. Artificial intelligence is everywhere today. It's not new. It started all the way back 30 years ago with the Postal Service doing automatic sorting and reading of zip codes and stuff like that. We're seeing it when we are depositing checks to the bank. You're seeing it when you trade and buy things on Amazon. And you're probably using it right now when you sit there on your phones. You're taking pictures, you're manipulating a little bit. Some are manipulating a little bit too much, like one of the pictures up here maybe. But it's not really until the buzz around generative AI started about 2 years ago. That really set the imagination free for what was possible. Because generative AI placed in our minds that AI could generate new things, not only optimize things or help with specific things, it could generate new things. So that started 2 years ago. Now, there's a smart man that once said, we always overestimate what new technologies will do in 2 years, and we underestimate how much impact it'll have in 10 years. Again, I'll let you be the judge on how far we have come in the last 2 years. So what does this all mean for IFS, for us? We immediately took the learnings from generative AI, the capabilities from generative AI, and applied it to all the core unique things we had in IFS already. The deep expertise we had in industries, the very, very deep and rich data models, our ability to do data streaming, augmented reality, automation, machine learning, AI, predictable AI, bringing all of these things together with generative AI, that has unleashed a tremendous amount of power for us. Generative AI on itself creates a lot of buzz with broad applications and so forth. But industrial AI really, really stands apart because industrial AI needs laser-focused precision, no hallucinations. Very, very key difference. Our industrial AI brings all of these things together. It brings all the existing capabilities together with generative AI and wraps it with all the best of all the different worlds. And most importantly, industrial AI has context. Industrial AI understands your industry. It understands your business and your data. And it understands your people. So when it generates action, it does it in the context of real-world challenges. By end of the year, we will have more than 60 industrial AI use cases. And as Mark mentioned, these are high valuable use cases. Use cases that add values at different dimensions that we'll talk about a little bit later. This is the IFS city. This city has been built with the help of you. All your industries are represented in this city. And you will see that throughout this venue, throughout this event, because we use that to really exemplify all the work that we are doing and all the work that we are going to do. Businesses in the IFS city, your businesses, they operate in environments where precision, reliability, and efficiency is everything. And the stakes are high. Whether you're manufacturing complex machinery, maintaining critical infrastructure, or you're ensuring the safety of people, the stakes are high. It has to be precise, it has to be spot on in what we generate through AI to you. We are very much aware of that responsibility. And that's where generic AI doesn't cut it alone. It has to be in the context of your business and your industry. IFS.ai with industrial AI is built with a core focus and deep understanding of these industries. We provide actionable insight that is related to that, with very meaningful incomes, and again, generating relevant and high-value actions. The specificity ensures that you can focus on your strategic goals, on your productivity, on reduced downtime, on innovation, all the things that matters to your business with the help of industrial AI. We are steadfast focused on these 6 industries, and we are not wavering one moment about that. And in the focus on these 6 industries, we are focusing on your assets, your people, and your customers, and the moment of service you provide to these customers. That's why the industrial AI has to be specific to your industry, to your business, and to your people. In a little bit, I'm going to introduce you to a 90-minute documentary. It's a 90-minute marathon session where you're going to see the richness of innovation expressed in testimonials from customers that are already using it. And you will see how we are applying that in a number of different contexts. And that demo will hopefully bring you to the realization that the last 2 years have brought us more than we actually imagined from the beginning. The impact of industrial AI is profound and far-reaching, but let's not forget that it's all about the outcomes. It's all about powering the potential of your business, your people, and the potential of the technology that you have access to. It's also about driving profitability, whether it's through top-line growth, cost optimization, improved productivity and efficiency. Profitability is a key element. And as Mark talked about, sustainability takes a ever-increasing center stage in businesses, either because of stronger and stronger reporting requirements, as we know it, for instance, from Europe, or because sustainability is just good business. Remanufacturing, circular operations are predicted to be one of the biggest growth areas, and that is all about sustainability as well. It is just really, really good business. Wherever you go in the IFS city during this event, you will see the capabilities relate to these key outcomes. That's what industrial AI will drive for your business. So as we look ahead, there is no doubt that the future is AI-driven, industrial AI-driven. AI that anticipates the complexity of your operations. Microsoft just said that we are at the forefront of this curve of innovation, together with and based on a number of technologies from Microsoft. And my pledge to you is that we will continue the very, very close partnership we have with all of you. In fact, all the capabilities that you will see at this event, that you will see in the 90-minute documentary in a little bit, all of that innovation is done with more than one of you. One or more of you are involved in all this innovation, because that's how we innovate at IFS. We work with you on innovation and the outcomes that we need to drive with innovation. So I invite you to deeply, deeply engage with this demonstration. It's your opportunity to see just how real and impactful industrial AI is, how it can drive the transformative change within your organization. And please use it as an inspiration. Use it as an inspiration also to continue the interaction with us after this, so we can continue that innovation cycle. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about the capabilities because you're going to see them, but I will talk briefly about one new capability. That is IFS Cloud Home together with the IFS Cloud Copilot. It's a new way of interacting with the system. I think Satya referred to it as agents, or a perspective of agents. It's a user experience that brings together conversational AI with generative AI, with Copilot, deeply engaging, very, very efficient, and it allows you to focus on what is most important and most impactful. But maybe more interesting, it's gonna teach you about things that you don't even know that you don't know. And that is typically what we need in businesses as well, and AI is phenomenal at that. And most importantly, it is context aware. It understands your industry, your business, and your people. So please allow yourself to really imagine where this will go. Thank you very much for your dedication, for your trust, and for your partnerships. My hope is that this will really be a milestone in the industrial AI revolution. And with this, I would really like to introduce Basti Voss, who will take us through our 90-minute documentary. Thank you very much.
Artificial intelligence will impact all of our lives and how we work. IFS.ai is industrial AI. It's the thread of intelligence flowing through your business in a world where data is everywhere and informs the lifeblood of your company. The thread that powers decisions made by humans or machines. The thread that revolutionizes your operations, optimizing your people, assets, and service. The thread that enables the world's most progressive organizations to contextualize intelligence, simulate outcomes, automate production, and drive innovation across your business at pace, safely. We're going beyond copilots. We're powering intelligent business. IFS.ai, industrial AI that enables your business to thrive and grow.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Great to be on stage here. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to do that by myself. Today, I'm going to be joined by a great team of IFS talents that will bring our IFS.ai capabilities to life. And we really want to take some time for this. That means we're going to show you a lot of product. And trust me, a lot of product. We'll be showing you capabilities that's live in product today, as well as is foreseen to be developed and released in 2025. We'll be basing our journey today on an airport terminal. And I'm sure almost all of you in the audience passed through Orlando Airport in the past few days. Almost everything you saw at the airport can either be operated, produced, maintained, serviced, repaired by an IFS customer. And all of today's demos are put in the context of real IFS customers. And I want to personally thank all of them: Res, Titos, Excel Energy, Latem, Tomra, Ericsson, and Exelon Energies for giving us the opportunity to show these demos in your context. They're all here in the audience today. And from all of us up here on stage, I want to really thank you for allowing us to use your stories. Please give them a very warm round of applause. As you saw, the airport will allow us to touch on all of our focus industries. We'll be showcasing 6 classes of AI that will help you leverage industrial AI. And I'm challenging you, I'm really challenging you to look at each of the demos and see how that capability would fit in your business processes. We have divided the story up in 3 parts. Part 1 is all about preparation. It's about construction. It's about simulation. It's about planning. Part 2 is about manufacturing. Manufacturing of all the assets at the airport. And lastly, part 3 will take us into the lives of some of the folks that are working on or around the airport once it's operational. All of you will recognize your business. Of course, it's not just about an airport. It's about the struggles we all face in business every single day. The airport is merely symbolic in many ways. You will see the opportunities that our investments in industrial AI will bring you. And you will all see the need to get going on this journey, to move to IFS Cloud, to stay evergreen, to get and keep access to the latest and greatest innovations. Now, are you ready? Are you ready? Very good. Because earlier, you've heard Mark talk about Copperleaf. And Copperleaf is a slam dunk addition to IFS Cloud, extending our overall asset management capabilities we already have. It's really the best-in-class asset investment planning solution that helps you to make optimal investment decisions for your business. For that first demo, I've got the help of Rachel Griot from Copperleaf. So please, Rachel, welcome to the stage. And of course, a very warm welcome to the IFS family.
Thank you, Baz. Wow. I am very excited to be here and to give all of you a little taste of Copperleaf. So imagine you are a capital planner at IFS City. How do you decide which projects to fund now, later, or never? I'm going to show you how you can use Copperleaf Industrial AI to build objective business cases for projects, and then compare optimized investment scenarios to make the right decisions for your business. So let's begin by looking at a project that's been put forward. As Baz said, we are building a new airport terminal, and this investment proposes building a 25-megawatt rooftop solar park to power that terminal. The chart that you see at the bottom right summarizes the full business case for that solar park, including financial impacts, risks, and sustainability benefits. And I'll just note that the metrics that you see here, they're actually very specific to this project, and they're specific to IFS City's strategy. And that's because each organization that we work with gets their own unique decision framework called a value framework. And the real beauty of the value framework is that it enables you to calculate and express all costs and benefits that relate to a project and put them on a common scale. And you can do this for a large project like this solar farm, but you can also do it, as Judy said, for a breaker or for replacing, let's say, a chiller inside the terminal. So whatever the investment, Copperleaf will show the normalized net present value for that investment. And this allows me as a planner to easily compare very different projects and identify those that drive the highest value for the organization. So it's giving me really an enterprise-wide, rigorous, data-driven approach to decision-making around capital investment. OK, so this project looks pretty good, right? Should we fund it? Well, if only life were that simple, right? In reality, we never look at a single investment decision in isolation. we need to consider this request in the context of all the other demands from the business, of which there might be hundreds or even thousands. And I need to consider my budget, my people, my sustainability goals, my profitability goals, my delivery constraints, and much more. And this is where the real value of strategic planning in Copperleaf comes into play. Copperleaf will optimize your investment plan, and it'll tell you which combination of projects deliver the greatest value given your constraints. OK, so let's take a look at some optimized insights from Copperleaf. And here, I've used Copperleaf Industrial AI to optimize our investment plan under 2 scenarios. So the first is optimizing our standard budget, and the second is optimizing to meet our decarbonization goal. And this dashboard gives me a sense of the trade-offs, right? So I can see in the second scenario there that I can actually fully meet my decarb goal if I spend $5 million more over 3 years. Let's go ahead with that scenario and take a look at the approved projects. And here we see, indeed, that our solar farm has been approved. So great. In summary, what I've shown you is that Copperleaf helps you optimize your investment decisions in alignment with your strategy. And the reality is that organizations that use Copperleaf maximize their service delivery, their customer satisfaction, and their return on investment for every dollar spent. So thank you very much. Baz, I'll hand it back to you to get this solar farm built. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. We just saw how Copperleaf was used to determine which capital project should be funded. I personally am now very interested to see how that solar farm actually will get built. And as the next step in our demo, RES is contracted as the company to construct this project. RES is one of our IFS customers and a global leader in construction in the sustainable energy market. Let's have a look at how the current and upcoming IFS capabilities can help companies like RES and yourselves. For that, I would like to introduce Eva Rituma to show you how this works.
Thank you, Bas. Good morning, everyone. It's fantastic that we can showcase RES and many of our great customers with you today. Thank you. Now, let's look at the construction of a solar farm. We have many capabilities in IFS to support construction projects. But a huge challenge remains in importing and mapping the data from a PLM, CAD, or a BIM model. So one of the opportunities that generative AI provides is augmenting the mapping between the source file and IFS Cloud. Let me show you how that works. I've already created a new project, and here I'm importing the deliverables. Let me select the file. For the sake of the demo, I'll select just the first 4 parts of the model. All the technical attributes have been mapped. And there we go. I have imported new nodes. Here they are, with the relevant technical attributes. We just saw how easy it is to import data from an IFC model into IFS Cloud. And with generative AI, we have transformed a complex model into actionable data, saving time and effort while still increasing the quality. Fast forward in time. All the data has been loaded, and we're in the middle of our construction project. This is the first opportunity to showcase Home, our new individualized experience for the end user. As Christian told you earlier, Home is leveraging AI to show all the things that require my attention, like my approvals. You can see project forecasts, change orders, subcontracts, all the things that I need to approve. And the really cool thing is, I can take immediate actions and decisions without leaving home. Let me book some project time. Home is showing me the relevant project activities so I don't have to search for them. But Home is also showing me things I didn't know I need to look at. Here is a list of project exceptions that relate to my projects, and they have an AI-generated rating based on the impact that these exceptions have on my projects. For instance, the late delivery of materials here have a higher impact than the below purchase order, and that's because the second one can still be delivered on time. But Home is not just giving me a list of these exceptions. It's also giving me the possible action I can take to resolve them. Let's just look at the first one with the highest rating, where a purchase order might be incorrectly coded. Here is a PO for architect services. It's clear it's got the wrong purchase group. I can go and simply correct that at source. And it might seem small, right? But doing this now is going to save me a lot of time not having to fix this later, and also significantly increase my project analysis. Returning home, we can see that the exception is dealt with, and it's removed from the list. Home is our new individualized user experience that elevates productivity and keeps you ahead in today's rapidly evolving business landscape. Combining it with embedded AI use cases to identify exceptions early and resolve them proactively will all build faster, smarter, and safer. In this demo, you've seen how industrial AI can support in both the construction startup phase and the execution. But getting an airport terminal up and running isn't just about construction. It's also about procuring a lot of assets, whether it's security X-ray devices or luggage carts. The IFS Cloud procurement solution is perfectly suited to meet our customers' needs for these large-scale procurement processes. In this case, we'll have to acquire dozens of collection machines for our airport. And one of our customers is Tomra. They provide solutions that enable the circular economy with advanced collection and sorting machines. And they'll be one of the candidates in the procurement process. Here I'm making a request for quotation for 50 recycling machines for cans and bottles. Before AI, I manually had to select the suppliers I want to send this quote to. But since IFS already has the data to help me make this choice, let's use intelligent sourcing to highlight the vendors most suitable to my requirements. Firstly, I'm going to start with including suppliers I've purchased similar items from before, but who also have the highest quality. And here, Copilot's giving me a list. By the way, normally, I would type these prompts, but to save some time, I'm using my personal library, and it's a really, really cool feature here. Next, I've asked it to introduce another dimension and rank them based on sustainability KPIs. And lastly, I think I'm just going to pick 4, so I've asked Copilot to introduce and add the top 4 across all of those dimensions into my request for quotation. I'm confirming. There. The suppliers have been added. How easy was that? Next, the airport has now issued the request for quotation, and multiple suppliers have already responded. But Tomra has sent us a PDF document with the quote, so let me import that into the system. Select. Here I'm using the AI Smart Document Capture capability in IFS. It transforms unstructured data into fields and data in IFS. It automatically populates prices and dates. And there. That's done. Now let's look at the results. From the data, I think you'll agree it's clear that Tomra's got the winning quote. So I'll send the purchase order to them. This has not only saved me a ton of time, it took seconds, it's also allowed me to compare suppliers across multiple dimensions, utilizing that powerful data you've got in the system already. In other words, leveraging generative AI in the procurement process helps you to empower your teams to do more with less. Tomra got selected to provide 50 collection machines. Later in today's demo, we'll maybe revisit them to see how things are going in the actual manufacturing. But in the meanwhile, I've got to ask you a question. Are you thirsty? Is anyone thirsty? Raise your hand if you're thirsty. There we go. Thank you. Getting an airport terminal up and running isn't just about assets, right? We also have to contract vendors to provide food and beverages. OK, it might be, a little bit early in the morning for this example, but another one of our customers is the famous Tito's vodka. And it is vodka time somewhere in the world, right? And Tito's now are going to be doing their sales and operations forecasting using the enhanced IFS demand planner. I'm going to start here by creating demand for glass bottles. We don't yet have historical data for our new terminal. So to create the next year's forecast, I'll first use 3 years of historical data. And it's based on number of travelers, similar terminals, weather, and seasonality. I'll be using our new AI-based time series forecasting model that allows for greater accuracy, and it leading up to 10% lower safety stock levels. And in yellow, you can see the results for when the terminal opens. Then, to be more sustainable, Tito's decided to introduce a new bottle made from plastic. Unlike the glass bottles, we don't yet have any historical data for this. So instead, I'm going to be using a forecasting method called collaborative forecasting. I've asked 3 industry experts to provide an educated hypothesis about the demand, of which you can see the results in the graph. Combining that with our own judgment, we can create an adjusted forecast. Next, I'm going to combine both the plastic and the glass bottles in an aggregated forecast. Looks quite similar, right? Well, the eagle-eyed in the audience might see a tiny, tiny increase in demand. But I want to show you something else. Here I'm switching from the standard view to carbon emissions. Wow. By switching to plastic and it being lighter and requiring less energy, Tito's managed to decrease their carbon emissions significantly. And remember those collection machines we're buying for our airport from Tomra? We can use those to easily collect the plastic bottles. In the dynamic landscape of supply chains, the IFS Demand Planner has provided our customers with increased forecast accuracy for many, many years. But with the latest improvements embedded in IFS Cloud 24R2, we have introduced new AI algorithms that will even further enhance the accuracy of the forecasts and cater for a wider range of business problems. And also provide the capability to be able to see the impact of our forecast on our sustainability goals. Great. I think we have everything to get started. We have an airport terminal. We have a lot of assets. And we have a lot of booze. But I wonder, Bas, am I missing something?
Oh, good question. You did have the boost, right? Double checking.
Got it.
What if something breaks down?
OK, I'll leave that with you.
OK, thank you. Thank you. Let's take Xcel Energies as an example. Xcel is one of the front runners on delivering carbon-free energy, servicing over 3.7 million customers across 8 states. In the context of today's demo, they're responsible for expanding and maintaining the grid in the IFS airport and many other locations of the IFS city. With the addition of the new airport terminal and the construction of multiple sustainable energy sources, they need to prepare their organization to maintain this. And this is where they will be using resource requirement simulation in IFS. Let me show you. I actually need to go to that one. I need to go to that one later. Very good. Cool. First, we're going to feed all the expected maintenance events into WISE. WISE is our scenario planning and simulation engine. It allows you to simulate how you'll be meeting KPIs like SLA compliance with how to position and allocate your resources. What we see on the screen is the outcome of multiple scenarios that have been simulated. And the first one I want to select is where we added the airport and the solar farm to our baseline. The red bubbles are the expected maintenance hotspots. And if I zoom in, you see there's a lot of maintenance events actually expected around that new airport terminal. If we add 7 additional resources to our baseline, we actually are going to meet our SLA hit rate of 96%. Well, and this is a good and desired outcome, right? Because now I can act on this. I can start to recruit and train my new staff, so we will be completely ready to maintain the grid by the time the new airport is operational. But what about unusual circumstances? Unfortunately, we have all seen in the past week the impact that natural disasters have, not just on people's lives, but on businesses as well. And that means business needs to be ready for that. Take Xcel Energy again. They often encounter disasters like wildfires that forces them to react and restore power as quickly as possible. These type of scenarios can be simulated too. If we input expected events in the engine, we see that more extreme workloads and required resources to resolve, in this case 15 additional resources for this wildfire example. With preparation like this and our scenario planning engine, you can prepare yourself to resolve these challenges as quickly as possible. From simulation at business planning level, as we saw earlier with Copperleaf, all the way to operational planning, it's about providing you with the opportunity to optimize beforehand, to prepare you in the best possible way to handle new investments or new contracts or unforeseen circumstances. This is going to conclude part 1 of our demo. But before we continue, let's pause for a second and let's hear from one of our customers. It's my pleasure to invite Vibes Kumar, our IFS SVP for Technology, and Todd Connor, VP Electric Distribution of Xcel Energies, on stage. Let's welcome them.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Orlando. Welcome to Unleashed, Todd. Now, one of the strategic priorities for your company, for Excel, is the management of adverse weather events. Can you tell me a little bit more about how IFS technology is helping you in that?
Yes, so we have a lot of uncertainty day in and day out in today's world. The hurricanes that just hit, I had to divert resources from Minneapolis and Texas and Colorado here to Florida to help support restoration. And what that means is I took resources away from my local territory for construction and reliability and dealing with the lake. So as I get those dynamic changes to my resource capabilities, the schedule will automatically reassign my resources, remove the work that I'm not going to do based on the priority, the impact of that work, but ensure that I'm supporting my customers' most urgent needs every day.
Perfect. Now, make it a bit simple for us from a human perspective. As you get on your journey of adopting IFS AI, particularly some of our scheduling optimization capabilities, describe to us how that's going to impact the humans in your ecosystem.
Yes, so today, until today, I've been using a lot of manual methods. So I have schedulers and I have work coordinators that assign the jobs to each individual, each crew, and it becomes very manual. And often it's uncertain whether a job is ready or not ready. Once I have it into the IFS platform, it knows that the job is ready. It knows what my crew's availability are and what their qualifications are, matches them together, and is always putting the next job in and assigning it to my crew so that I don't have that downtime. My productivity goes up. My worker satisfaction goes up because if you know linemen don't like to sit around, and when they do, they can get into trouble. So having them always working, that's what they want to do. But the other part of it is the more productive I am, the more efficient my operations become, and the lower my cost is. I have to maintain affordability of electricity to all my customers. If my rates go up too high, this product that drives society today starts to reach the limits of accessibility, and I have to keep it very low, or else life as we know it doesn't continue. You can't run your computers, you can't run your electric vehicles.
Perfect. And now you can also start to optimize for your energy footprint as part of those scheduling optimization decisions. Thank you. Put your hands together for Todd. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vibes. Thank you, Todd. Let's start with part 2 of our demo. We're going to take a little bit of a different approach. But first, let me ask a question. Are you still energized? Yes? We're still paying attention? Yes? Very good. Keep doing that. This part of the demo will play out in the factory of Tomra. As you remember, if you have been paying attention, Tomra has been selected to provide the collection machines and are now up to the task to actually manufacture them. They have to deliver what they promised. So this is going to start with receiving that customer order from the airport. And before I can hand over to the rest of the demo team, they've asked me to make sure that this customer order is going to end up in IFS Cloud. And I need to tell you a little bit of a secret. I don't know how to do that. But I can ask, on this side of the stage, IFS Copilot on how to do that. So when I enter into my system, I can open IFS Copilot and I say, how to import a customer order. And as this question gets processed by the underlying large language models, it will provide me with the answer. This is based on IFS Copilot for Help, which we have released in IFS Cloud 24R1 as the very first version of Copilot. As you will see on the screen, it contains all the information on how IFS Cloud actually works, and it will tell me the exact steps on how to do a customer order intake. And yeah, great. If I look at it, I see first thing I have to do is scan the order. I've got my scan a customer order page. And as you saw in Eva's demo, I can use our smart document capture to take that customer order, hit next, And it will take all the data from the PDF, transform that into structured data, and by simply hitting finish, it has created a purchase order for the airport, or for Tomra. Great. I think actually this is very cool. What do you think? Is this cool? Yes? This is industrial AI in action. Even I, without any training, was able to import a new customer order easy and efficient. That gives me something to hand over to the demo team. So let me introduce Colin. He is playing the role of the factory manager and is going to help me determine the impact of this customer order on our production. Hi, Colin.
Hey,
Got
boss.
some exciting news for you.
What's that? What do you got for me?
Well, I just entered a large customer order for the IFS City Airport. It's for 50 remanufactured T9 reverse vending machines. Can you tell the audience what's going to happen next?
Wow, that is some pretty exciting news there. Why don't I go check in with the shop floor and see how we're going to handle that additional load?
Excellent.
All righty. So I'm starting off with the shop order scheduling analysis screen. First thing I notice when I look down is I have some unscheduled orders and even some tardy orders. I'm going to make the assumption that some of those unscheduled ones are probably those airport orders that Boss was talking about. New in IFS Cloud 24R2 is actually the ability to simulate different resource scenarios across your production environment. So, as I look across here, I can see that I already have some predefined scenarios that have been provided for me, including one where I add additional labor resources to my production line. As these scenarios have already been run for me, I can actually go look at those results now. So, what I'm seeing is a comparison on the left-hand side being my baseline there, my production. What would we do if we didn't change anything today? Whereas on the right-hand side, that is me adding additional labor resources to my production environment and getting a result of what it might look like if we were to run that simulation. The result I'm seeing between the two is telling me that if we were to keep with the status quo, we actually would not be able to complete our customer requirements. However, if I were to add an additional labor resource, maybe a night shift, something like that, I think we can actually get this done. So, boss, we can do this. We even have all the employees to get this done, but I need my beauty sleep, man, so you're going to have to hire me another night shift supervisor.
Okay, very good. And we should not derive Colin from his sleep, so let's do that. But before we go there, let me just quickly recap and point out that with our new AI-based production scenario simulations, we're providing you with even more capabilities to identify bottlenecks in your production and improve key indicators such as schedule adherence and machine utilization. But, as said, that doesn't solve Colin's problem, so let's move on. Colin told me to get a new night shift supervisor, a new shop floor supervisor. So what I've done, I've already entered the job in IFS Cloud with a very short description on what I need. Now, with this new AI capability, I can just simply create a full job description from the summary combined with the information I've added in all the fields of the job. And bam, there we got it, right? A very nice job description that I can publish online, real quick. But let's take it a step further. I actually want to make sure that this person has knowledge of POCA and IFS Cloud. I hit regenerate and bam, it actually has added lines with additional information and requirements around POCA and IFS Cloud. This is a great example of how generative AI in a specific, well-prompted use case embedded within the application can really help the end user being more efficient and effective. So, Colin, are you still around?
I am.
I think HR has hired a new shop floor supervisor. She should check in with you soon. Ah, there she is.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm looking for Colin.
That's me. You must be the new shop floor supervisor starting today. Welcome to Tomra.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we've set you up with IFS Assist. So I'll come in here, I'll enter your start date, a couple information. And you are starting the role of a supervisor. All right, perfect. So IFS Assist has automatically gone ahead and generated a range of different onboarding activities to get you started and up to speed. We've gone ahead and automatically created your IFS Cloud account, so you are all good to go. Last thing to do is hand over your iPad, and welcome to Tamra.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll get started. All right. So as a production supervisor, my main priority is to make sure that the new night shift is upskilled and productive as quickly as possible. Tamra's brought in this new team to meet the increased production quotas, so this is really important. So I'm going to dig into my team here. I was hired because of my track record for hiring, motivating, and developing frontline workers, and my experience with POCA, IFS's Connected Worker Platform. So as I look at the POCA skills matrix, I can see my team in terms of their basic skills and drill down to each level of the factory. This is per production line, per workstation, and even down to the equipment level to see where we have gaps and where our training priorities need to be. One of the things I notice in looking at this is that Kate is the only one that has the skill to be able to do the emergency shutdown of the sprinkler system. That is definitely not enough for this shift. Let's just hope we don't run into any issues during this operation today. So I can drill into that specific skill to see what those requirements are in order to get another team member skilled in the emergency shutdown. I can see that the learning objectives, the quality measurements, as well as the procedures, and then even the assessments needed to be endorsed to be certified on this skill to make one of the members ready to go.
So, Catherine, you gotten up to speed with your new team?
Absolutely. This has given me a great view in the skill level and productivity of my team, and it's given me a huge head start.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. Why don't we go ahead down to the shop floor, see what they're all up to?
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Okay, so while Colin is introducing Catherine to her new team, I want to emphasize how we, as IFS, are working to enhance our capabilities by connecting the human being with the back office systems. Supported by industrial AI, these capabilities really assist the human worker to be more efficient and effective by connecting them to information, not just in IFS Cloud, but across a multitude of systems. Now, let's take a step back. Why were we in the Tomra factory? Since the airport wants to be one of the first energy-neutral airports in the world, a key reason Tomra won the contract is that they decided to remanufacture the machines by using used parts to lower the eco-footprint. Remanufacturing is a key example of the embedded sustainability functionality in IFS Cloud. And since IFS Cloud 23 R2, we've continued to introduce many new capabilities to support this. Let me just quickly show you. On the screen, we see a remanufacturing shop order. Well, first, let's see what that exactly is. You can immediately see that it uses the same screens and processes as a regular shop order, but of the type remanufacturing. You see that here. This has many benefits, as it means it can use all the core capabilities we have in our manufacturing solution, but it allows for additional functionality that's critical for remanufacturing. For example, on the material step, it highlights alternative remanufactured parts in green that will automatically be used to remanufacture this machine, while components that are worn out and don't have the green checkbox can be required as needing new components. And this has an immediate effect on the eco-footprint of these machines. So if I would go to the eco footprint of a T9 assembled with completely new parts, we immediately see that according to our goals, some of the eco footprint indicators are red and orange. Now, if we would switch to the eco footprint of a remanufactured T9 using recycled or refurbished parts, we see that the eco footprint looks much better. Now, if I move on, do you guys hear that? What's going on? Colin, Catherine, do you know what's going on?
Uh-oh, it seems there might be another leak on the shop floor. Hey, Catherine, why don't you go check out the issue, and I'll head to my office and see what kind of effect this is going to have on our production run.
All right.
Leave it to you.
All right, well, it looks like there's a leak in the sprinkler system, and I need to figure out how to fix this fast. So, with the help of Poca, I'm going to take a picture of this QR code. Perfect. And I'll be able to retrieve all of the information, documentation, and troubleshooting solutions for the specific sprinkler system. So first I'm going to go into the troubleshooting library. And there's something for the leakage at a coupling. I suspect this is what the issue is. And there's even a video for me to watch. So let me check it out.
Antes de comenzar una inspección, asegúrate de seguir los protocolos de seguridad y usar la protección adecuada.
This video is in Spanish. Must have happened in one of our factories in Spain. But unfortunately, no hablo español. Luckily, Poca has a built-in AI translation option that really helps us to share knowledge, not just across factories, but across all factories globally, which is a must-have for all organizations. So let me just translate this. Try it again. Perfect. Now this is industrial AI in action. Now that I was able to understand the video, and I've confirmed it's the same issue we've seen before, I can scroll down to the resolution. But first, it looks like we need to do an emergency shutdown of the production line. So I can drill into this skill, find out who's working on this shift, and as I mentioned, it's a good thing Kate's working tonight. This will allow me to see everything that she has done in order to be certified to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into our issues management. I'm going to click on the plus button. I'm going to select issue type as maintenance. I'm going to increase the priority level to critical. I'm going to add the location at the equipment level. So added the sprinkler system. Make sure that this gets assigned to Kate. I'm going to put in a quick description here. And I also have the ability to add media if I wanted to take a picture of it. Then I'm able to create that issue to make sure that the entire operation knows that the production line will be shutting down. I'll also be able to now create a work order directly in IFS Cloud so that it's seamlessly integrated into all aspects of our operation. Close. All right, so as you can see, this is my first day in this specific factory. But I was able to quickly, with the help of Poca, get training gaps and priorities identified, solve problems, and get production up and running faster, and keep everyone informed of the leak and the impact on production. So, Colin, since the maintenance team is on its way, can you tell the audience the impact on our production planning while I go to the break room and have a coffee?
Sounds good. First day and already found a coffee room. All right, so Catherine has raised an issue that actually triggered a maintenance task, and that even had to cause a work stoppage in our production environment. So using IFS Cloud and manufacturing scheduling and optimization, we can quickly reschedule, reroute those shop order operations based on what work centers are currently available taking into account any of that necessary downtime in order to complete those tasks. As I look at the screen, first thing you'll notice is today's plan with all of those scheduled shop order start and finish dates. If I come to the top and quickly refresh, you'll notice that IFS's embedded industrial AI planning capabilities has done all the heavy lifting for me. It's actually taken into account that maintenance task having to be completed before any other work can go on, and it's rescheduled and rerouted those shop order operations in order to make time for that repair. So at this point, we just need to clear the shop floor, make our repairs, and I can go join Catherine in the coffee room for now.
This is a great example on how IFS Cloud really connects your strategic goals to the operational shop floor. From circular manufacturing to quickly and swiftly taking care of issues and allowing industrial AI to minimize the impact of these issues on your strategic goals, I think it all fits together. But before we got derailed due to the leakage, we were talking about remanufacturing and the eco-footprint of the machines. Sustainability is critically important for most manufacturers. But I have to emphasize, it's not just them. The topic of sustainability will become more and more relevant in all of your industries. TOMRA actually has this great set of sustainability goals towards 2030. So let's have a look on how IFS Cloud can help them to stay on top of these goals. For that, I'd like to introduce Caitlin Kim, who's going to play the role of the TOMRA CFO on how you can do this.
Thank you. Thanks, Bas. So I'm going to share with you some of the day-to-day challenges that a CFO has in both sustainability and finance. But at TOMRA, our products facilitate the transition to circular operations for our customers. Now that's amazing, right? Right? Okay. What? Yeah. Some people think so. We also walk the talk. So naturally, we've got really ambitious sustainability goals. We aim for 50% of our products to be circular by 2030. But taking account all the data that's needed to help us meet those goals is really complicated. But a lot of this data is in IFS Cloud. And then to add on to that complexity, we're also subject to corporate sustainability regulations. Okay, but I am here to show you how IFS Cloud helps, so of course, here I go. IFS Cloud Sustainability Management is built on those corporate regulations. So when I'm checking in on my goals, I'm also making sure we're not running into any compliance risks. In IFS Cloud, I have access to a KPI library that is every single indicator I need to meet those corporate sustainability regulations. And here, I've linked all the circular-related ones to that top goal. And where possible, data is automatically mapped to these KPIs, or of course, it can be uploaded manually or loaded in from other systems. And what I really love, CFO, I can see all my authorizers. So if I have any concerns or I know, need to go check what's going on, need to do some nudging, I know exactly where to go. And myself, diligent, I've already authorized my CapEx-related one. Okay, but I don't go into this level of detail every day. I trust my team. IFS Cloud supports them with that. What I do every day, though, is check in on home. And I check in on that overall progress. And for that circular goal, we're at 41%. And we've still got some years to go, so I'm feeling good. But now that I'm here, something is going on with accounts receivable. Let's see. OK. I can see that we're saving money through those sustainability efforts. And I can see that sales is really growing, and I love that. But cash flow is trending down. So let me see what's going on. For this, of course, check my invoices. I know I always use Copilot to help me here, so I've even saved myself some common prompts. And now let's have a look where we need to do that nudging. Already here on the first one, there's a payment delay prediction of 15 days. Yes, one simple number, but this is AI generated based on trends. And in my mind, not acceptable. There's definitely going to be a delay, and I need to make sure that I'm paid on time. So Copilot. Please generate a polite email for me. Now, what you're seeing here is really cool, because Copilot knows who I am. It knows I'm looking at this invoice, and it knows the customer. So this is really industrial AI put to true use, because it knows me, Tomra CFO, and it's putting that in the context of business process. And then the great simple next step, just yes, send it to email. So with that out the way, I can call it a day. And thank you, Bas.
Thank you, Caitlin. As you saw, with IFS Cloud, you can leverage a single source of data embedded in the product for your sustainability management and audit needs, while at the same time, be assured that the core functionality in IFS Cloud contributes to your sustainability efforts. IFS.ai will assist and augment the IFS Cloud user being more effective and efficient by providing a greater contextualized user experience through Copilot. We're nearing the end of part 2. And we have followed the process through a manufacturer, Tomra. And not only is Tomra one of our long-standing customers, they're actually also heavily involved in the development of our AI capabilities through the Pioneer program. I've got the pleasure to ask Vibes back on stage, and he will bring with him Jay Saturaj from Tomra, their VP for Technology.
All right, from the fictional CFO of Tomra to the real-world Vice President of Technology at Tomra. And Tomra is a super exciting company. Sustainability is very high on Tomra's agenda. And as Caitlin mentioned, one of your key targets at Tomra is that by 2030, 50% of all manufacturing will contribute to the circular economy. So, Jay, welcome to Unleashed. Tell me, how is IFS technology helping Tomra?
Well, wow, this was a great presentation, and it's a pleasure to be here. Let me state a fact, like, we are in Florida. So each year, around 8 million pounds of plastic gets leaked into the ocean. It's estimated that by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean if you consider by weight. So Tomra takes sustainability quite seriously. So as you mentioned, we collect 46 billion drink containers every year across the world. And this process was well demonstrated here. But I'll add to that we not only keep those technology at the retail locations, but we bring it to a plant where it's processed and it's taken back to the distributors where it gets processed back into the containers again and again and again. So these process, we use IFS cloud platform as our backend operation, which means identifying the potential customers all the way, forecasting inventory, parts and inventory, manufacturing, remanufacturing, and also not the least, like the service and maintenance of the reverse vending machine, and the finance and accountancy that supports that.
Perfect. Jay, Tomra is part of our invitation-only AI Pioneer program. Can you tell me a little bit more about that and what benefits Tomra is seeing as a result of being part of that program?
Yeah, absolutely. So we launched IFS Cloud last year, and immediately we got selected as a Pioneer customer for IFS. And as part of that, we are, have the privilege to work and direct access with the IFS R&D AI team. With that, we are right now initiated 2 major projects with the AI. And one of them I will just briefly mention. We have breakout sessions where we welcome all of you to join us there. But to talk briefly about that, so we are sending our health data, which is going to be trained by the professionals in the AI R&D team, and to train their model, with the objective of maximizing our reverse vending system uptime, which leads to a mission of more containers coming through our system. So that's, and that also moving us from a traditional condition or usage-based maintenance to more proactive, predictive, prescriptive maintenance. So that's one thing. And the second part, we are also training the IFS Copilot with the help of AI team to kind of train with their unstructured data to kind of help our service techs interact with the chatbot to get answers and follow-up questions, which eventually be trained further with the structured data that's come from the IFS Cloud, from our work tasks, and with the whole objective of making a better customer experience for our users.
Brilliant. You bring the data, we bring the expertise, we deliver great differentiating value. Thank you, Jay. Please put your hands together for Jay from Tomra.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Vibes, again. Do you know this is the 8th time I had to run from the right side, backstage, to the left side? My back is starting to hurt a little bit, I guess. Roll up my sleeves. Well, we're almost there. We're up to the 3rd part of the demo. And honestly, I personally think the best is still to come. We constructed the airport. We've manufactured and delivered the assets to the airport. So now it's time to look into the lives of some of the folks that are working on or around the airport and are contributing for the airport to run smoothly and effectively. First, we meet maintenance planner Tracy and aircraft technician Joel, will work together to make sure flights take off safely and secure. And this is happening all the time for our customers in the aviation space, like LATAM. LATAM is the largest airline in Latin America, with over 300 aircraft, and an IFS customer since 2009. Let's go to their maintenance operations center and meet Tracy.
Thanks, Bas. Oh my, look at all these delays and cancellations. Due to flooding, Brewer Hill Airport is closed, which means that aircraft are being rerouted and large amounts of unplanned maintenance is resulting. I'm going to show you how we're developing our planning, scheduling, and optimization engine that will be used to auto-allocate the majority of the maintenance that needs to get rescheduled and replanned over the next few days. Let's take a look. So this is the current plan, considering the maintenance that needed to take place at those original destinations. But like I said, Brewers Hill is having a bit of a weather situation, which means all this maintenance here is going to need to be replanned. But instead of doing that manually, we're going to ask the optimization engine to do that for us, which will happen in the background. Let's take a look at the results. There we go. I can see the engine has created us a new plan for the next few days. Now, if we take a look at that Brewer Hill location, all that maintenance has been replanned. It's completely empty. And that happened because those aircraft have been rerouted, and the optimization engine has taken that into account. Rather than do everything manually, the planner is just focusing on the exceptions. For example, if some work can't be allocated due to capacity or other constraints. This all might look simple, but if done manually, it's a huge amount of effort that we're reducing to manage by exception. Now that that big task is over, I'm going to check out my home daily updates. Let's see what's going on today. I can see that a pilot's electronic logbook has just synced with IFS Cloud, and it's reporting a fault. This aircraft is inbound to IFS City Airport. Let's take a look at those details. I can see the pilot's reporting an issue with the landing gear warning light. We're going to want to make sure that somebody's ready to take a look at this fault when that aircraft arrives. I'm going to go ahead and assign this to Joel before the flight even lands so that he can begin troubleshooting possible causes and be completely prepared when that aircraft rolls up to the gate. Given the number of disruptions this weather has already caused today, we want to make sure this flight leaves on time.
OK, Tracy, I got it. I'm going to show you how industrial AI allows me to get ahead of this aircraft before it even lands. Let's go ahead and open the fault. I can see that the pilot reported a hydraulic system warning light being activated after takeoff. I'm going to use IFS Copilot, which already has access to all the context inside of IFS Cloud. For example, that this is a Boeing 737, that this has a hydraulic indicator light on. So all I need to do is ask IFS Copilot to show similar faults, and it'll do the hard work for me. I can see a list of faults and their corrective actions, and I even have a simple way to drill down into those faults. This is so much easier than having to manually filter and sort several different types of faults for their corrective actions. You can see behind me that the aircraft has arrived at the gate. So let's navigate away from the fault now and start the work task. When they were inspecting the aircraft on the ground at the gate, they detected a leak in the right-hand brake shuttle valve. That's some important information, and I'm going to add it to the work task. OK. Now I'm going to use IFS Copilot again, because I'm going to need to replace this part. I'm going to use it to look for the exact page in the in the illustrated part catalog for this Boeing 737, so I know the exact part to replace. And there it is, 5059-4, the valve assembly. Let's ask IFS AI Copilot if we have any of these available. And indeed, we have 4 on site. I'll quickly use Copilot to add it to my fault. Now all that's left to do is go to the depot, pick up the part, and this repair will be completed shortly. A Copilot without context is just hype. This is a Copilot that understands your industry, your business, your people. This is IFS Industrial AI in action.
Thank you, Tracy and Joel. And wow, we saw AI use cases that saved a lot of time and troubleshooting effort. For airline operators like LATAM, it's imperative to resume scheduled operations as quickly as possible. This means using tools like line maintenance planning to adjust maintenance schedules based on unplanned reroutes. And for technicians like Joel, it actually means using AI to provide knowledge about historical corrective action data from IFS Cloud to quickly diagnose, fix faults, and interact with the data. Everything with the goal of resuming on-time operations as soon as possible. Tomorrow morning, you're going to hear from Peter Wheel from MIT, who will talk about how real-time businesses that make real-time decisions using real-time data are always more successful than their competitors. And that's not just in the aviation industry, but in all of your industries. Another example is Exelon. They're the largest electrical parent company in the United States with approximately 10 million customers, and they're using IFS Cloud for enterprise asset management. In our story, they're also delivering power to the IFS airport, power that's generated from some of the nearby wind farms. Enterprise asset management is moving away from preventative work that's often not necessary towards real-time condition-based maintenance. Allow me to introduce you Anna, who will play the role of a reliability engineer for Exelon.
Hi, Bas. So part of my daily routine is to follow up on faults and anomalies that we don't understand yet. So let me show you how IFS.ai is supporting me in doing this. On the screen, you see an overview of the wind turbines near IFS City Airport. As an example, I can see that this first gearbox, sitting in one of those wind turbines, has been generating 3 anomalies and 2 faults. How come? I can zoom in, and now I like to have Copilot to summarize for me what happened during the last 24 hours. What are those anomalies about? This means I don't have to scan through those records manually to figure this out. Saves me a lot of time. And as we can see, the vibration is outside normal operations. Let's ask Copilot again to see if the knowledge base or historical data contains any information of what has caused issues like this in the past. And as the response indicates, there could be many different causes. I definitely need to follow up on this, so please join me. I like to have a closer look at the anomaly data that we have captured in our operational intelligence capabilities. On this screen, you can see a more detailed view of the wind turbine in question. You can see the performance curve of the turbine. And you can also see this red icon here, indicating a serious issue in the turbine's gearbox. Let's explore this. The accelerometer sensor readings showing the signals coming from the gearbox high-speed and low-speed shafts can be seen here. And the high-speed shaft vibration chart, the second one here, is really catching my attention. Do you see the red area too? Something is not right. An anomaly has been triggered due to abnormal vibrations being observed. Let's explore this even further, because we want to know the root cause for this. So the frequency analysis graph can be seen here. And this is live sensor data transposed with machine learning into a graphical representation of the vibration signals coming from the different bearings in the gearbox. And I think you noticed the same thing as me. So in those colorful areas up here, one stands out, signaling that it's the inner bearing that is causing this abnormal vibration. So this is the root cause we have been looking for. Let's look at a trend for this. So I can see here that a comment has already been added against the trend, as well as a case indicator. Let's look at the details for this case. So a surveillance case has already been raised to initiate a work order in IFS Cloud for the maintenance team. Great. Now, let me go back to my home page to update the FMICA based on this analysis. But before that, FMIC what? You might wonder. So FMICA is a continuous process that involves identifying the failure modes for their equipment, analyzing their effects, and then determine how severe and likely they are to occur, and then mitigating those risks by making recommendations for the maintenance strategies and plans. So now, let me go back to the FMICA page in IFS Cloud. And with industrial AI, I can easily be assisted to create the different aspects of FMICA. Whoop, just like that. So I'm going to show you one example how AI is used to generate the criticality analysis. So I'm going to create a revision here. And add the issue that we know more about. And create a new failure mode with the corresponding function, functional failure, the failure mode, the failing components, and the symptom. And now, I like to have Copilot to generate the criticality analysis for me. And Copilot is already aware of this line that I have marked, so that information goes into the Copilot in the background as context to my question. And now, I can use this answer and add it this easily. And I have created a new failure mode. Great. And in the world where data is everywhere, it's essential that I can access the insights tailored to my role and my context, integrate real-time sensor data for proactive maintenance, and use GenAI and Copilot to streamline and update the processes of the failure modes, their effects, and the criticality analysis. So this is industrial AI in action. Thank you.
Anna did a marvelous job of showing the tremendous gains companies like Exelon can achieve with industrial AI. Our last visit of the day is going to be with Ericsson. Ericsson is one of the world's largest network and telecom infrastructure providers in the world. They're contracted to maintain the telecommunications infrastructure at the airport and at many other locations in the city. Let's show how industrial AI can also help service and telco taking a step forward. Let's welcome to the stage Jonathan, who plays the role of the service dispatcher.
Thank you very much, Bas. Starting my day as a dispatcher, I rely on my IFS homepage to provide me with real-time information about everything that is happening in the field. Right now, I have a perfect overview of the scheduling situation, as well as any exceptions or anomalies that I might need to address. At a first glance, I can see my most urgent jobs and their AI-predicted first-time fix rates. Today seems like we look solid from a first-time fix rate perspective for the urgent jobs. Looking at my team logon status, however, I immediately noticed that Casey hasn't logged in for work just yet. Let me call her and find out why. Hello, Casey. Seems like you haven't logged into your first job just yet. Still in bed? Huh? Okay. Get healthy then and talk to you tomorrow. Now, seems like Casey is out sick today. Now, that's very unfortunate for Casey, but it gives us the opportunity to showcase to you one of the best industrial AI use cases that you will get to see all day today. And as I move into the scheduling workbench and hover over Casey's shift, I can immediately see the workload here that we need to take off Casey, as she is still in bed. I'll do that by registering an absence for Casey for today. And we will then get to witness some real-time AI optimization in action. Sorry, just need a starting period for that one too. And just like that, now our planning and scheduling optimization engine will process a few thousand computations in a way that no human brain could ever do it, minimizing our travel, optimizing our response times, reducing CO2 emissions, and ensuring that we get the right resource in the right time with the right parts for all of the jobs in the schedule at once. Nobody else does it like IFS in this space, with real-time applied industrial AI for field service. And that's it, my friends. We can immediately see that the AI-driven optimization has redistributed this workload to Tyler over here. Now let's hope that he shows up for work.
Hi, I'm here, and I'm ready to fix some 5G network switches.
Sounds great. I'll leave this to you, Tyler, while I'll go resolve some other issues for some other customers. Thank you.
Great, thank you. As a field service technician, I'm either in my van, driving to my next job, or I'm executing a work task. I would really love to be able to optimize my travel time by preparing for my next work order on the go as I'm driving. Lucky for me, next year, IFS's mobile work order comes embedded with Copilot. And one of the main aspects of functionality that I expect to assist me most in my day-to-day is the ability to get an audio summary of my next job on the go as I'm driving.
You have been assigned Task 706, which involves repairing loosened connector cables on communication boards. The task is categorized as a communication board repair is of high priority, requiring action on the same day. The object to be serviced is a Xiton ZP3 serial communication board.
Wow, it's great that I can get all the information on the go. But now that I'm at the customer's site, let me see what else I can have Copilot do. I'm going to begin by starting my work task and drilling into the details. Here I can see there's an intermittent communications failure for this object. I am not quite sure how to handle this failure. Let me see if there's any service history associated to this object that leverages the same communication switchboard. Okay, it looks like there's 3 other tasks out there, with task 2875 being most like what I need to do today. Even better, there looks to be an attachment of a remote assistance call to that task. Now I don't need to reach out to any of my colleagues. I can leverage all the historical calls to find a resolution for my problem. OK, I can see the inspection process they went through, some of the key observations and outcomes. Oh, great, they even gave me a step-by-step process of how to do the quick board test. This really helped me perform the work for my repair. Now I don't need to come back later to do so, and I didn't have to reach out to any of my colleagues. I'm going to leverage Copilot one last time and have it record that I've used all the planned parts for this job and take a view of my final summary. Where here I can see the customer I did the work for, the materials that Copilot has automatically reported for me, and the time reported associated to this job. This job is now complete, communication has been restored, and everybody in the airport can go back to watching YouTube and Netflix before their next flight.
Thank you, Jonathan and Tyler. Now, as you saw today, IFS doesn't just do AI. We are delivering AI into industrial use cases that actually drive value for our customers. From optimization of your workforce to finding previous transcripts from experts and using that data to get your job done correctly and faster the first time, it's all about the value that gets delivered. When we started 90 minutes ago, almost 90 minutes ago, 23 demos ago, and 11 times running around the stage, for me at least, I promised to show you a lot of product. Safe to say, we did that. And I'd like to thank the entire demo team on stage for this great demo marathon. Please give them a warm round of applause. If you want to learn more about these demos, they're all going to be available at the exhibition floor in our different demo stations and expert stations. But of course, we can't leave before listening one more time to one of our customers. So with great pleasure, I would like to welcome to the stage Vibes Again with Mats Hulten, Ericsson's CIO.
Mats, welcome to Unleashed.
Thank you.
It is a great privilege for me to have you on stage. Now, you are slightly unique. You're one of the very few people in this room who was here almost 20 years ago when IFS World Conference was last in Orlando. Now, tell me a little bit about how you've seen that 20-year journey for IFS, Mats, and how we've evolved in the last 20 years.
First of all, thanks you for having me here. It's so great to be here in Orlando again after 20 years with all of you. In one hand, it seems like yesterday. On the other hand, so much things has happened. At that point in time, I was head of customer support for Saab in the aerospace and defense business, engaging a lot with IFS Defense and Maintenix. Now you're one and the same company, and what an amazing growth journey IFS have had during these years. Today, I'm with Ericsson in the telco connectivity business, and of course, still an IFS customer.
All right, let's switch to Ericsson. Now, one of the key priorities of Ericsson is creating reliable connectivity across the world. Mats, can you tell me a little bit about how technology is helping, in particular IFS technology, in your mission with Ericsson?
Will do. Connectivity, so important for all of us. Crucial, I would say. Whether it's in the business context, in our daily life, we need connectivity, good quality connectivity, 24/7, 365. Put a huge challenge on our customers, the telcos, and of course Ericsson. So how do we ensure that? First, of course, we need to have the best products. We need to have reliable, good products. But it's not good enough. Of course, Ericsson is providing the best products, solutions, software, hardware, 5G, 4G, 3G, but we need to have also a very, very optimized, intelligent operations. We need to be proactive in everything. We cannot afford a single outage. There needs to be doubled functionality, business continuity management everywhere. Generally, you can say it's two pieces to that: network management and service operations. Network management, Ericsson provides a lot of the solutions, and we built many, many complex softwares. In service management, we are leveraging all the capabilities of IFS. And we've been doing that for some years now, 3-4 years. And right now, we have 15,000 of our field service workers really using the capabilities of IFS daily and optimized in a way that we haven't seen before. That is globally in most of the countries. And when I look into the OKRs and the very challenging objectives we set up 5 years ago on how to transform and optimize service operations, we met all of them, and of course, together with the capabilities of IFS.
That is fantastic. Now, Mats, we've recently been talking about our operational intelligence diagnostics platform that will allow you to do anomaly detection for your network operations. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? What are your thoughts on that?
AI, Gen AI, everywhere. It's a bit of a buzz, but it will be everywhere. In Ericsson, running a network management, hugely complex, 5G over 4G over 3G. We have worked with AI and ML for many years, and we already have a lot of 40, 50 different solutions operating. One of these, just to give you some use cases, we have packaged them in what we call operations engine. One of the use cases is optimizing power consumption. Especially in our legacy, we've seen 40% power reduction by really optimizing, using ML techniques. We are also, of course, in how we operate the network and predict network failures. Proactive. I need to be proactive. I have a solution today that I'm operating on Ericsson's own network where I can see minutes before something happens. My ML engine sees and detects anomalies, deficiencies, and could suggest the appropriate actions to ensure that we don't get an outage. And if we look at that operations engine that Ericsson has, together with what industrial AI in IFS service solution, together with that anomaly detection, if we bring that together, as we are thinking right now, we will have an end-to-end AI-fueled solution that will really meet the demands of the future. Connected cars, whatever, we need to be there to support it.
Brilliant. Thank you, Mats. Please put your hands together for Mats.
Thank you very much.
All right. It's now my pleasure to bring back on stage Christian, who will share some key takeaways and round off today's 90-minute documentary. Thank you.
Wow! Did you like that? Yeah? I am incredibly humbled, honored, and proud of this team. You saw a cast of characters up here that don't normally go on stage. These are the actual people in the labs working out here, working on these things every single day, and they have been so excited about being able to show this to you. They, of course, represent a team of about 2,000 people that are working on these things every day, and I need your help, because we are all one community here. I need your help in thanking all of them, and they're not here. They are all the way from Colombo to Sweden to Holland to the UK to Canada to Israel. So would you join me in standing up and give them all a big round of applause? Thank you very much, team. Thank you. What you just witnessed is real industrial AI in action. And it's not just AI for everything. It is AI that is provided in context of your industry, of your business, and your people. And I hope you now agree with me that the transformative journey that we have talked about this morning, it's real, it's here, and it's now. It's time for a coffee break now. The coffee break will take place in the expo area. And when you go to the expo area, make sure that you check out the IFS.ai area. Make sure you check out the industry zones. Make sure you check out the expert stations that Bas talked about so you can see these demos again. And if your company have assets, make sure you check out Copperleaf. Not only in the expo, there are 3 breakout sessions for Copperleaf. Make sure you check them out. Phenomenal value. If you are manufacturing things, make sure to check out Poca. Fantastic value from Poca with very, very quick ROI. If you're on Apps 10, you don't want to miss IFS.ai. So you want to go to the success area and talk with the success team about how they can help you easily get to IFS Cloud. And finally, if you are on IFS Cloud already, make sure you have plans in place for taking 24R2, which will be in your hands next month. Now, I'll just leave you with this one thing before the coffee break. In a world that is flooded with generic AI, only industrial AI applies knowledge in full context, which is what makes it truly, truly intelligent. Please be back here 11:30 for another exciting session. Thank you very much, everybody.
wanna spend it by your side, if you wanna give love one last try, just put your hand on your heart and whistle, and I'll come back to you. Whistle, whistle, just put your hand on your heart and whistle, and I'll come back to you. Baby, if we only got tonight, then I wanna spend it by your side. If you wanna give love one last try, just put your hand on your heart and whistle, and I'll come back to you. Just put your hand on your heart and whistle. Oh yeah. Just put your hand on your heart and whistle, and I'll come back to you.
Feels like I've been waiting for a lifetime, for lightning to strike me. Daydreams. Feels like I've been sending out the signals, hoping that you'll find me. I don't need the details, you don't need to tell me. It's like I already know where you'll be. You and me, we were lovers in a past life, slow dancing in the midnight glow. I wanna hold you for a lifetime, for all we know. These are familiar places, and maybe we're not just strangers. You and me, we were lovers in a past life, for all we know.
Please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Late at night, I wonder, were you thinking of me? Someone else's arms. Does that feel like it's meant to be? You and me, we were lovers in a past life, slow dancing in the midnight glow. I wanna hold you for a lifetime, for all we know. These are familiar places, maybe we're not just strangers. You and me, we were lovers in a past life, for all we know.
Please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
At Hoist, we deliver global IFS solutions with regional teams and multilingual support, helping businesses excel worldwide. Our Flex Plus ensures lifecycle support and a path to evergreen. While Hoist Hub offers scalable IFS integrated solutions for customers, suppliers, and staff. IFS.ai creates actionable insights that drive innovation and operational effectiveness. Together, Hoist and IFS provide the global reach and local expertise you need.
At Baker Tilly, we know that true transformation comes from forward-thinking innovation. That's why our partnership with IFS is so powerful. By combining Baker Tilly's industry expertise, management consulting approach, and extensive digital capabilities with IFS's cutting-edge enterprise solutions, including their investments in AI technology, we help businesses enhance decision-making, streamline operations, and stay ahead of the competition. Together, we're empowering our clients to unlock new levels of efficiency and growth.
I am Bruce Mortimer, founder and CEO of Rudder Key Solutions, and we have been an IFS partner for 17 years. I want to encourage you to come by our booth and experience the real magic of Rudder Key. And while you're there, you meet Morty the Parrot.
Please welcome to the stage IFS Chief Customer Officer, Kathy Hall.
Hello and welcome back from the break. Did everyone have enough coffee? Are we all raring to go? I have the privilege of welcoming a really special guest to the stage now. This is someone with over 2 decades of experience at the forefront of international business leadership. They're renowned for the pursuit of value creation and transformative business solutions, from strategic concept to tangible outcomes. They're the lead partner for one of the world's biggest telcos, and at PwC, they're the leading person in their, let me get this right, their global business model reinvention practice. Put your hands together and give a big warm welcome to Matthew Duffy.
Thanks so much, Kathy.
Good luck.
Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you. I just flew in from Dallas, so please hold the Dallas Cowboys jokes. Not sure I can handle that right now. Well, as Kathy mentioned, I'm Matt Duffy. I lead the global business model reinvention practice for PricewaterhouseCoopers. And I'm here today to talk to you about how we see technology disrupting businesses. And not only disrupting businesses from driving efficiencies and forcing companies to change their operating models, but really beginning to change how these companies drive and deliver new value for their customers. And that's what we call at PwC business model reinvention. So business model reinvention. What is it and why are we so committed to it? So at PwC, business model reinvention